Alright, this is my drunk response to your thoughts on marriage. I think the general consensus that I got from what your video was that you think that people shouldn't get married for the sake of getting married, and I totally agree with that. Um, what I don't agree with is those people that wait 10 years before getting married, maybe going out forever, and think, ah, now's the time. And it's back to your point that they're just getting married for the sake of getting married. Because after 10 years, there's been a reason. There has been one fatal flaw in their relationship that is holding them back from being married. And they haven't managed to spot it and put it down for a good enough reason to break up. So at the end of those 10 years, I think, right, we've lasted this long, why not give marriage a try? But the statistics for people getting married after super long-term relationships is really bad, and they most likely will get divorced quite soon after. So, those people that are lasting forever, there's a reason. Find it, use it, and lend it because it's just gotta be done. It sounds harsh, but what are you gonna do? The whole gay marriage thing, I totally agree with it. It's fine. Gay guys, men get married to men, women get married to women. That's fine. But the problem is married is the wrong word. Get a civil partnership because it's the law that you want behind you, not marriage. It's the reason to get married, apparently, according to the Bible and all that, is that you get married to have children. And fair enough, gay couples can adopt and they're having children and it's bringing on the population and all that. But I think they should just, it's not, why do they want to get married? It seems like they want to get some sort of partnership under the church, which, as far as I can tell, I'm not big into it, disagrees with that. So why? Just get your civil partnership, you get the same rights as married people do. You, if one dies, the other person gets their possessions and belongings and will and all that. Or you don't get married, you don't get that civil partnership, and you don't get that whole law-abiding business. So go to a courtroom, get it done. But I think the whole thing on marriage, just don't worry about it. Just get your partnership and get the law behind you. That's all you need. You don't need this whole I want the same right as everyone else. It's not right. It's some sort of religious thing that you don't need. You just need the partnership. Yeah, honestly, another thing that you making the point of was that after take your time, get married when you want. A lot of people feel that marriage is a good idea before they have children, and in all honesty, the statistics show that people who are married when they have children, if their children are born and brought up in like a good home with family, with a married parents, their likelihood of holding a stable relationship in their time is much higher than those who have a relationship when their parents have been broken up. And honestly, in America, that's 50-50, and in the UK and Ireland, it's about 33-66, and 1% hanging out there. I don't know, it seems harsh, and there's nothing wrong with having a broken home. Some people just don't last the time, but statistics show that it's just not. It's less likely that you'll have a good relationship because you've never known a good one yourself. So it's just statistics. That's what I'm bringing up. So have kids once you're married and hold a good relationship, and more likely, and it's likely your kids will hold the same good relationship. So don't get married too late because your chance of having children, looking like aiming at girls here, that your chances of having a child perfectly after the age of 35 drops off a cliff. And I know it sounds harsh, but that's just biology. You should have a kid in your 20s, early 30s, and that'll be the one to have a happy, healthy child, and there'll be no problems. Less likely to have no problems. So that's why you should have a kid earlier, and then you should be married before that, so that they can grow up knowing a good relationship. So really, getting married in your late 20s, early 30s is a good idea. Um, that's really my thoughts on the situation, and having like I don't have like full on facts and statistics to back it up, but I know the statistics are behind me. Um, so get married if you want to get married. I know you're talking about commitment. It is a show of commitment. You say, "Oh, I've got the commitment." You won't know it until you really get married. And I, I suppose I agree with your argument that you'll come back with, that anyone could get married and still not have the commitment. Fine, but it's just a real show of it that you will get married and you'll have the commitment. I'm just drunk at this stage. But yeah, your likelihood of having kids after 35 drops off a cliff. You'd have kids once you're married because they'll have a more definite chance of having a good relationship if you're married when they're born and growing up with it. So having late 20s, early 30s, that's why you should get married. If you wait 10 years before you get married, there's probably a reason why you've waited that long, and it's not a good one. So don't get married after that amount of time. And if you live with a person before you get married, your chances of having a good relationship and lasting the time is dropped. It's low as well. It seems counterintuitive, but it's statistics again, right? America has a 50-50 chance. It's shocking. So there's a few things, and that's my response. It's what is it, 2:45 in the morning, and I've had quite a few. I'm not eating spaghetti bolognese. It's fantastic, so why not? Right out. Nice to have a chat. Goodbye.